Good morning. Hope you're having a fantastic 4th of July. It is not 4th of July. Right now it's July 3rd, but it is 30 minutes away from the glorious day of the founding of our country. So, what better way to celebrate the 4th of July with, yes, fireworks, but also ripping down the road in a 2022 Ram 1500 with an American flag flying in the on the back of the truck. Fantastic way. I love doing this. I do this every year with every truck I've owned. I've always put a flag on the back for the 4th of July. So, but I've had, let's see, what am I on? It's the fourth truck I've had, and I've always done something different on the flag mount or the flag pole. Can never get it right. Always jerry-rigged something up. Just never worked right. So I saw this on YouTube the other day, and I told myself I had to try it out. So we're gonna go into Bossman Dave's shop, and we're gonna fab one of these up and see how it works. And let me tell you, it works. Really nice. I'm quite happy with it. I'm gonna be using this for the rest of the time that I fly a flag on there, which will be until the day I die. So, but it's real simple. It's real easy, and yeah, it looks insanely cool driving down the road, which you'll see later. So, all right, let's go to the shop, and then we'll go see how cool it looks on the road. You're gonna need just a very few amount of things. You're gonna need a large bolt, 2 large nuts, a 1/4-inch rod, a hitch with a 2-inch ball, your pin for the hitch, obviously some gloss black paint, and 2 clasps. These are just chain clasps that you can use for attaching the flag to the pole. And you're obviously going to need a nice long and pretty heavy duty pole. This pole is a 2-inch conduit stainless steel pipe that we have several of these laying around the shop from previous electrical jobs we've worked on. So I just grabbed one. This one's 10 foot long, so we are going to be cutting it down to 8 feet, which is the height that I want. I really wouldn't go much more than 8 feet, especially since you're going to be putting it on a hitch, which is typically another 2 feet in the air. So you're going to have a 10-foot limit, which is perfect for this flag. For this next process, you're going to be clamping that 1/4-inch rod to the vise with a pair of vice grips. You can see I already have a 1-inch steel rod in there that we are going to be bending this 1/4-inch rod around. Just bend it around into a half circle or semicircle, kind of like I did here. There you go, that's kind of what I did. So now we're going to just bend it back out straight, and that way we can continue on with the next step. There it is, all bent out nice and straight. So next we're going to clamp that into the vise and cut it off flush so both sides are the same length. So there you can see they're both the same length. This all looks nice and good. Now we're going to take that and put it about 1.25 inches into the vise, clamp that down, and now we're going to bend that back on itself 90 degrees. You may have to use some heat here or do like I did with the vice grip and a wrench. For this next step, we're going to take the hitch with the 2-inch ball on there. We're going to mark the top of the hitch and the bottom of the hitch, right where the pipe will be sitting, and then just mark right in the middle. Now that you have that marked out, you're going to want a hole saw or a drill bit that is slightly bigger than the bolt that you picked out. This will allow the bolt to go through smoothly and you won't have any complications. This bolt is used to clamp the 2-inch ball down to the pipe. That way there is no movement and it cannot go anywhere when you're driving down the road. Once you've done that, put your nut on top and firmly weld it in place. I did 3 rounds with some pretty heavy heat to make sure that I had everything tacked in and welded on solid, so I wouldn't be worried while I'm driving down the road that something would break or fall off. Now we're going to move on to the 2 clips that will be holding the flag on. We just made those in a previous clip in this video, so now we're just going to do the second half of the process there. So make sure you measure your flag's width to know how far to space these apart. My flag is 4 feet apart, so I put them 4 feet apart, and then I just took a tape measure and ran it down the edge of the pipe so I could get them both on the same line, and then just welded one and then marked the next one and welded it. Pretty simple and straightforward. Go, that is the flagpole built. All that you have to do now is clean the welds up, which I did with a wire brush, and then paint it in a glossy black paint, and then wait for the paint to dry and go install it on your truck. The way we attach it, you saw in the video where we welded the nut on there. It goes right here, so right down there. This is your 2-inch ball right here. Down below, the ball is sitting inside right here. This will be loosened, and then we can slide the whole pipe over the ball, and you just tighten that down. You get it as tight as possible, and you can see it does not move whatsoever. The wiggle you're seeing comes from back there, but everything else, it doesn't move at all. So yeah, it's nice and solid, and it's not going anywhere at all whatsoever. So that is how you're going to tighten it and fasten it on. It's real simple. These clasps that I showed you in one of the videos that you're going to need, they just go right here, so that it's real easy. I'd recommend these because they're the if I can get it here, you can kind of see it there. They just screw on, and they're not coming off. Neither is, so nothing can work itself loose, and you know the flag's going to stay on there the whole time while you're ripping down the road. So all right, well, I think we're done explaining how this goes. Let's take it out and test drive it, and let's get some cool shots. So here we go. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you had a fantastic time. I hope you enjoyed those cool shots that we just got with the truck. Big shout out to Daniel, Steven, my two brothers, and my dad for helping me with those shots. Couldn't have done it without them. But anyway, so as you're heading to watch the fireworks tonight, make sure you put an American flag on the back of your truck, van, mini car, Tesla, anything that that has a hitch, or you can slap a hitch on. You should be flying an American flag. But for now, happy 4th of July, and have fun watching fireworks. All right, see ya.
Start the video off like a hello. We are filming. Okay.